Our next premier sponsor is a national law firm which boasts among its esteemed litigators the man who is often called the father of the same-sex marriage movement. Time magazine called him one of the 100 most influential people in the world. When he founded the groundbreaking organization Freedom to Marry in 2001, he said this: "I want gay kids to grow up believing that they can get married, that they can join the Scouts, that they can choose the life they want to live." And he spent the next 15 years making those words a reality. Representing Dentons law firm, it is my honor to introduce distinguished lawyer and activist Evan Wolfson. Wolfson, give him up.
Thank you. On this beautiful day, I'm glad to be here with my Dentons colleagues and all of you to mark the support for AIDS Walk San Francisco. We are all here because the fight against AIDS remains urgent and unfinished, and because we all know that by working together, supporting crucial organizations and programs, fueling the work, and staying engaged, we each can make a difference. Dentons, the world's largest law firm, is here as a premium sponsor because of its commitment to diversity, inclusion, and social responsibility. Now, as was mentioned, not 15 years ago, not even 30 years ago, but longer, when I was a much younger lawyer, I worked on many cases against AIDS and HIV-related discrimination. But of course, the bulk of my activism in these past several years has focused on winning the Freedom to Marry. Our victory in the Freedom to Marry campaign offers several lessons for our shared commitment now to win the war against AIDS. Here are those lessons. First, as we did in marriage, we must keep going until we get the job done, and we must believe that we can and we will win. The landscape for HIV/AIDS has changed dramatically, and we have made much progress, but still people are dying, still people go without treatment and support, still people face discrimination. So our goal remains the same. We want a cure, we want an end to AIDS, we want health care for all. And I'm confident that if we continue to persevere in our work, we will achieve our goal and more. The second lesson: to successfully fight AIDS, we must be political. The participating organizations who benefit from today's walk know that awareness, funding, and of course policy are all affected by politics and by government. We must resist the clear and present threats to the federal health care laws and programs we worked hard to build. And the most important form our resistance can take is mobilizing and wielding political power to stop these assaults and to go on to elect officials who will help advance our goals of health care, non-discrimination, prevention, and a cure. And finally, another lesson from the Freedom Campaign is that we must make this fight personal. Talk about AIDS, talk about HIV, talk about why you care. Tell your story, and then tell it again. Tell it again to others, and tell it again, and tell it again. It is our diverse and powerful personal stories that will win this war. Conversation, we saw in the marriage struggle, is the chief engine of change. By talking about the pathway toward ending AIDS, what can be done, what is still needed, we can change hearts and minds, we can build programs and support, we can move government, and we can win elections, we can end epidemics. In the Freedom to Marry campaign, the campaign we won 2 years ago, I used to say, there is no marriage without engagement. And in fact, it is by engaging people that we change hearts and minds and the law. That's what we did with marriage. It's what we must do now in the fight against AIDS. So let's stay engaged in the fight against AIDS, and together we will end AIDS. Keep on working, keep on walking until it's done. Thank you all.
Give a big hand to Evan Wolfson. Evan, thank you for everything you're doing. All right, if you're ready to have some fun, make a little noise. I am really thrilled and honored to introduce our two wonderful celebrity presenters here today, and AIDS Walk supporters and pals that have joined me and many of us on stage for many, many years on this July Sunday that is so special to all of us. Now, unfortunately, they don't have a great deal of personality and they're a little